Thanks for joining us on KMA 960 Shenandoah for this sporting event brought to you by the KMA Sportscasters Club.
And a good evening, everyone. Welcome in to Stanton High School as the postseason continues on here tonight. The Class 1A regional quarterfinal battle between the Stanton Vikings and the East Mills Wolverines. Good evening, everyone. Ryan Matheny alongside Brian Bertini on the KMA Extreme tonight. And big thanks to our broadcast sponsors on the evening, AgriVision Equipment Group, Low Rent Housing of Malvern, Tabor, Sidney, and Shenandoah, as well as Malvern Bank for taking care of us tonight on the broadcast. And Brian, you've got Stanton and East Mills, and these are two teams extremely familiar with each other.
Yeah, they've already played 3 times this year. This is game number 4, Ryan. And the Vikings, of course, have been victorious all 3 times so far this year. They come in 19-4. East Mills 16-7. Stanton got here. They beat Essex 67-22 on last Thursday. East Mills, we did that. They beat Heartland Christian 63-26. That puts them here in this round. And a chance to continue your season, I think. And for the seniors on your squad, that's a big thing, Ryan, is to get that season extended one more game.
Taking a look at both squads, Brian, let's start with East Mills. We saw them play against Heartland Christian, as you mentioned, in the opening round. This is a squad, they can run a lot of girls out there. They play 9-10 deep on a regular basis. And for them, I think it's about finding another complement to Caitlin Krause. We saw her score 18 points. If they can find that second scorer, somebody who can really help out on the offensive end, they're in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, Ava Grindle, the post girl inside, I see some of they're going to have. We saw Ellie Hagan have a nice game. We saw them, like you said, Loisy Palmer's got the potential. They're going to have diversity tonight. They're going to have to make adjustments because this Stanton team is really athletic, Ryan.
Yeah, on the other side for Stanton, they're kind of the opposite of East Mills. Coach Schneider will only go 6 deep on a regular night. But, Brian, that top of the Stanton team with Lauren Johnson, Hannah Olson, Riley Burke, those 3 seniors have really turned it on in their last season.
Well, between the two, they're averaging 40-some points a game between those 3 girls, and they could do it all. They're very flexible, very versatile inside, outside. And I think one thing it allows Coach Snyder to do is they're so good defensively they can match up with different people in different locations.
Looking forward to this one. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. When we come back, it's opening tip between Stanton and East Mills on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big at AgriVision Equipment. During the month of February, get 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. It's the perfect time to stock up. Don't wait. This offer ends on 2/28/25. Stop by AgriVision Equipment or visit agrivisionequipment.com today.
Is at a premium these days, and it's difficult to find. There are opportunities for income-based housing available right now in Sidney, Tabor, Malvern, and Shenandoah. All utilities are included in your rent. There's no snow to scoop. You won't even have to change a light bulb. All you have to do is move in and live your best life. These vacancies won't last long, so contact Kim and Brooke today for an application and learn how you can qualify for income-based housing in Southwest Iowa. Call 866-228-6257 for information.
Ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. Got a small business idea? Let us fuel your entrepreneurial spirit with our small business loans. We're dedicated to helping local businesses grow and thrive because we know that when our community prospers, we all do. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
About ready to go between East Mills and Stanton in a Class 1A regional quarterfinal. Starters for the Wolverines: Ellie Hagan, J.C. Vandenberg, Loisy Palmer, Caitlin Krause, Ava Grindle. For Stanton, Lauren Johnson, Kyla Franzen, Hannah Olson, Riley Burke, and Kyla Hart. Ready to go to tip. It's Lauren Johnson against Ava Grindle, and Grindle wins the opening tap. We are underway in a Class 1A regional quarterfinal matchup, the 4th time these two teams have seen each other this year. East Mills goes right into a high-low look as Grindle throws up a shot. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Franzen, and Stanton is off and running with their first possession.
Yeah, really aggressive 2-3 zone by the Vikings, trying to really double the ball whenever they can on the wings.
Kyla Hart will initiate the offense, and she double dribbles. Went to pass to the wing cut, so she picked it up and sticks it on the deck for a turnover. So
she had the right idea. She didn't want to force that pass in, and she kind of reset again and
now we see
got caught with a double dribble.
An extended 3-2 zone. Here's a catch and shoot by Caitlin Krause from the free throw line, no good. And the rebound to Hannah Olson, who wants to run herself, loses the ball near midcourt, and it's tied up. It will be Stanton basketball on the possession arrow. It's kind of a shaky start on both sides. Stanton, a couple of turnovers.
Well, and everything's been kind of out of sync, everything with the weather. Everybody late starts, no schools, and it takes you a while to kind of get back in the groove here.
1-4 high offense for the Vikings. They get into it. Lauren Johnson swings it around the perimeter. Here's Hart looking down into the block. Hannah Olson going to work against Grindle. Off the backboard, no good. And the rebound to J.C. Vandenberg. Wolverines want to run. Krause into the front court. She stops, shoots. 8-footer, no good off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Riley Burke.
I like what Krause did right there, pushing that ball and see if he can get some numbers on that fast break, Ryan.
6:50 left in the first, no score between Stanton and East Mills. Krause pokes the ball away. Stanton able to get it back. On the perimeter with it is Kyla Hart.
The Wolverines go man-to-man. We saw them play a lot of zone against Heartland Christian.
There's a wide-open three for Franzen, and she knocks it down for the first basket of the game. And the Vikings strike first with a 3-ball.
Yeah, nice job, my friend. Kind of get that slid out the basket, get yourself in that scoring column and kind of relax a little bit.
Good ball movement from the Wolverines on the other end. Krause gets tied up at the free throw line, and it's a jump ball. It will stay with East Mills. And, Brian, you get to the middle of that 3-2 zone. Stanton does a nice job of collapsing on the high
they've
post.
got some height, too. You got a couple girls in that 5'9", 5'10", and they can really swarm on the ball. And the one thing I like, what Coach Snyder does is he has his kids react. They react and get back into their proper locations defensively.
East Mills to inbound on their own baseline. Trigger into J.C. Vandenberg. Fires a three that's well long, and the rebound pulled down by Riley Burke. Stanton brings it into the front court. 6:10 left in the first quarter. 3-0. Stanton leads it. And now we've got timeout as there's a little moisture on the floor in front of the East Mills bench. So
snow, we haven't had to deal much with this year, most of the season, and now people tracking with wet.
So there was just a big group of East Mills students that walked in, and so now Lexi Moreno is going to get up and get the floor cleaned up. The East Mills coaching staff helping her out. So 3-0 early. Stanton leads at 6:10 left in the first. Class 1A regional quarterfinal. Winner of this gets the winner of St. Albert and Sydney. That will be on 21st
number one
on
ranked
Friday night.
Saints and Coach Wettingall's squad. They're a power,
Yeah.
and they've proved that they've got a couple wins. The most impressive win for them on the year was that win at Newell Fonda.
Back to action, ready to go. Stanton will have the basketball in the front court. They go to work in their offense, trying to find Lauren Johnson in the block. Good defense by Loicy Palmer to deny her the ball. So Stanton will have to reset, try something else. Kyla Hart to the right side, picks up her dribble, trying to find a post. Nothing there, shovels it out to Franzen. Franzen gets it into the block. Hannah Olson going to work. The lefty fades away and knocks it home.
Yeah, nice job right there. Good entry, but good defense on the ball pressure by the Wolverines. So Coach Marino electing to really attack the ball, but make the passing angles a little tougher.
5-0, Stanton with the lead. East Mills in the front court. Ava Grindle fires up a 10-footer. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings, who are off and running. Hart leaves it off, and it's turned over. Lauren Johnson couldn't get a hand on the pass cleanly, and it goes back to East Mills.
Yeah, I think Kyla's pass kind of caught her off guard, kind of short-hopped her right there in the lane, Ryan, and didn't get a clean handle on that.
5:25 left in the first, still 5-0, Stanton in front. East Mills against this 3-2 zone from Stanton. Playing catch around the perimeter. Here's Vandenberg right side, back out front. Swing it around. Now Palmer, top of the key. Stops at the free throw line. Krause, left elbow, puts it on the deck. Gets in the lane, runner goes home.
Yeah, nice job by Kayla. A little head fake right there. Got inside the tier of the defense and got the friendly bounce. And Wolverines get on the board, Ryan.
Go under 5 minutes left in the first. 5-2, Stanton in front. Vikings bring it the other way. Kyla Hart starts the offense. They run an elevator screen play for Burke. Three, no good off the back of the iron.
Well, she's their best three-point shooter, and it was a set play for her. And kind of knuckleballed that one. I don't think she got a good handle on the release on that.
Here comes East Mills the other way. Again, trying to start their offense. Ava Grindle in the corner fires up a long two, and that missed everything long. Hannah Olson with the board. Now Stanton comes the other way as Dave Snyder in his final year leading the Vikings hollers out a play from the sideline. Franz at right wing, throws it over to the right side. That's Olsen. Olsen looking to Johnson inside, but the pass too tall, and it's another Stanton turnover.
Yeah, a little forced pass right there, and I think Coach Snyder wanted her to kind of do a little fade because there was no weak side help on the backside of the Wolverines, and the pass.
You need a lot of touch on that pass.
Yeah, the pass angle kind of was a low liner rather than a little bit of over the top.
4:10 left in the opening quarter. 5-2 Stanton in front. There's a travel by Ellie Hagan. Just started her feet before she put it on the deck, and Stanton gets the basketball back. 4:08 now left in the opening frame. 5-2.
As we mentioned, this is game number 4 against these, 3 times already this season. So
off a curl screen, Hannah Olsen knocks it down from 12 feet out. Nice set play.
I love that. The forgotten shot in basketball, Ryan. Mid-range jump shot, right?
7-2. She just curled off a screen and splashed it. 3:50 left in the first. East Mills the other way. Grindle in the corner throws it up to Hagan. Nice weak side look to Palmer. Her shot was altered. It goes out of bounds. It will be Stanton basketball.
Good job by the officials. Just a little contact, but really nothing to affect the shot, and they let it play on.
Yeah, that's a play where Hannah Olsen doesn't get a block, but she really altered that shot with her presence.
Now get her first sub of the game here.
I mentioned that East Mills will move girls in and off the bench. Ruby Hasty comes out for the first time.
We saw her at a couple threes against Heartland Christian, so Coach Marino may be wanting a little bit of offensive perimeter action.
Here's some full court pressure by the Wolverines. Ava Grindle gets her hand on it. It goes off of Stanton. It'll be East Mills basketball. And, Brian, the pressure, we saw that work against Heartland Christian, too.
Right, a little double deflection right there, and kind of caught the Vikings a little off guard. So, again, Coach Marino kind of changing up a few things.
3.5 left in the opening quarter, 7-2, Stanton in front. There's an open three, Hasty from the corner, it's good, and you called it, Brian.
Instant offense. Well, again, you bring in the player, and she's got the on hand, and nobody picked her up in the corner, and Wolverines crawl within 2.
Here's a three the other way to answer it, Riley Burke, in and out, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Loisy Palmer, and now East Mills has a chance to shoot for the tie or the lead on the possession. Palmer will walk it across the timeline, sets up the offense. Her entry pass is poked away by Johnson. Goes out of bounds. It will be East Mills basketball in the backcourt with 23 on the shot clock.
I think the Wolverines have done what they want to do is stay within striking distance in this first quarter, not just get out of hand like it did some earlier games this year against this Vikings team.
So East Mills with the ball, 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. They'll go right into the post. Here's a turnaround jumper from Caitlin Kraus. She's got 4. Good offense there from the Wolverines, and they've tied it up at 7.
Again, now that Hasty hit that 3, the defense had to extend a little bit out, and Kraus got inside the defense.
Fun one early here in Stanton. Here's Hannah Olsen in the front court. Double team comes late. It's poked out of bounds by Vandenberg. It'll stay with the Vikings.
The man-to-man defense, heavy ball pressure right now, making the passing angles tough for this Vikings offense.
Kyla Hart will inbound it. She goes right to Burke, catch and shoot 3. It's no good. Battle for the board, and it comes down to J.C. Vandenberg. East Mills wants to run. Kraus gets behind the defense, but a good job by Hart to recover and knock that one out.
I like that Riley Burke, she's got some good looks, and she's their best three-point shooter. And I think you like the confidence Coach Snyder has. Let her shoot, because she hits a couple of those, it's going to open things up.
Couple subs. Caitlin Kraus will leave the floor. Ellie Hagan checks back in. Trinity Williams into the game as Vandenberg takes a seat. East Mills with the ball off the inbounds with 2.5 left in the first. Williams drives the lane, stops, leaves it back out to Palmer. Back to Williams' right side. She'll drive to the baseline this time, picks up her dribble, and has it stolen by Lauren Johnson. Stanton wants to run.
We really haven't called her name much through this majority of this first quarter. She's been pretty quiet.
Loisy Palmer's guarding her here, giving up quite a bit of size, but doing a good job in the post guarding her. Here's Olsen, skips a pass. Burke on the left side, guarded by Hasty. Burke takes a couple dribbles, hands it back. Top of the key, Hannah Olsen. Now to the right side, Lauren Johnson out on the three-point line with no dribble. She'll shovel it back to Riley Burke at the right wing. 8 on the shot clock. Vikings got away with the travel. Here's a kick into the corner. 3 on the way from Franzen is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Williams. Good possession. Now Williams comes the other way in transition. No numbers. She'll pull up. Picks up her dribble, looking for an outlet. Grindle, free throw line. Jumper is no good. Long rebound, and it's ripped away by Ruby Hasty. She gets it, but then she walked, and it'll go to Stanton. So Stanton will bring in Piper French, and she's about it when it comes to the bench in terms of what Stanton and Dave Snyder will use.
Yeah, freshman girl. A lot of minutes this year, and again, opportunity for her.
7-7. Here's A good look inside to Olsen, and she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Our first foul of the night comes with 1:23 left in the first quarter.
You see what they're doing with Olsen and bringing her on the outside, setting some screens away from the ball, trying to get her that curl cut to the lane, Ryan, and that time was a good entry pass.
So to the free throw line, Hannah Olsen. First one is no good. East
Football
Mills,
score on the board, don't we?
That's right. J.C. Vandenberg checks back in as Ava Grendel will take a seat. Olsen this season has struggled at the free throw line, just 47%. Makes the second one, and Stanton is back in front at 8-7. 1:20 left in the first, 8-7 Stanton in front. East Mills into the front court. Hasty at the top of the key, had it stolen. That was Piper French. And then it goes out of bounds off of Stanton, so East Mills gets the ball back.
It was a steal, but I think Piper just kind of caught her foot on one of the other players and stumbled and lost the handle of the ball.
Now Ruby Hasty leaves. Isabella Blanton, she was a nice spark off the bench against Heartland Christian. She checks into the contest for the Wolverines. East Mills in their half-court set, down by a point. Loicy Palmer throws this one to Williams in the corner. Her return pass is knocked out of bounds by Johnson.
Yeah, that's not the place you want to get the ball in the corner with that trapping defense of the Vikings.
East Mills will inbound from the baseline. Palmer looking for somebody, needs to get it in. She gets it in on about 4.5 seconds. Trinity Williams, top of the key, gives it off to Vandenberg as East Mills tries to get in their half-court set. Williams at the left wing with it. She'll drive, picks it up. Good leave down low. Loicy Palmer gets fouled, and she will go to the free throw line for two. And that was a good-looking set in the half court, Brian.
Yeah, and I think Olsen got a piece of that first shot attempt, just deflected it up, but it got in the back end of the hands of Wolverines. They were able to go back up, but couldn't get anything out of it.
So Loicy Palmer will head to the charity stripe for the Wolverines. She knocks the first down to tie us back up at 8. Caitlin Krause will come back into the game.
Yeah, nice little break. She got about a minute and a half break right there and finished strong here at this first quarter. I think Coach Marino's got to really love where her team's at here at this first quarter, Ryan.
Second free throw is no good. Hannah Olsen gets the board. So we're tied at 8, 40 seconds left in the first. Vikings bring it down the floor. Piper French, right wing, throws it top of the key. Johnson, good ball movement outside off a curl cut, but nice job deflecting it as J.C. Vandenberg. Into the lane, down the lane, Kyla Hart lays it in for two.
Nice job by Hart. Everybody thought it was going to kick out to somebody else. Johnson probably, but Hart finished a nice basket right there.
20 seconds left in the first. East Mills can hold for the final shot if they want. Blanton, her pass is knocked away, and it's stolen away by Piper French. Full length of the floor, throws a shot up and gets fouled. Piper French coming off the bench, and Brian providing a nice spark for the Vikings.
She read that pass on the perimeter and tipped it ahead to herself. She had her teammate Lauren Johnson, I think, was on the other side, but she elected to take it all the way. Now free throws here coming up.
Piper French, 34% free throw shooter this season. This is the first. The Stanton squad shoots at under 50% from the charity stripe this year. As Lauren Johnson will take a seat, Franzen checks back in. Piper French will get one more free throw. And no good, but an offensive board. Hannah Olsen, putback is no good. French with the offensive board and putback.
Well, a little closer than 15 feet, Ryan.
With one on the clock, a heave from half court is off the backboard. We have no buzzer apparently, and the first quarter comes to an end. 12-8, Stanton leads East Mills after the first 8 minutes. We'll take a break. Second quarter coming up on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Dog Salvage in Bartlett is no stranger to the ups and downs of owning and operating a small business. But no matter how much changes on their end, there's one thing that will always stay the same for their customers. It's cash. Call for the best scrap metal prices in the area and go ahead and test their unloading times. Then, when all is said and done, that's right, leave with cash. J-Dog Salvage, Bartlett, Iowa, 402-290-3124. That's 402-290-3124. Nutrien Ag Solutions takes the responsibility of growing seriously. As a leader in the ag sector, they provide their customers with complete agriculture solutions, including nutrients, crop protection products, seed, service, and digital tools for optimum customer success. Talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Coyne, Percival, and Essex. Nutrien Ag Solutions, transforming agriculture and feeding the future.
Ready to go in the second period between East Mills and Stanton. Stanton leading at 12-8. And Brian, that was an entertaining first quarter.
Yeah, back and forth. Stanton jumped out to that 7-2 lead early, but then East Mills just kind of hung around. Their man-to-man defense has been kind of the difference, and I think Coach Marino likes where her team is here after one quarter. They're within striking distance and showing quite a bit of moxie defensively.
Stanton basketball first, and they nearly throw it away. It's off of an East Mills player. And Brian, I think what Coach Moreno's probably most happy with is the half-court defense for East Mills.
Yeah, they've disrupted the flow in the offense, limit touches. Like I said, Lauren Johnson yet to have an offensive attempt.
There's a good cut by Piper French, misses the shot, through some contact. Loicy Palmer gets fouled on the rebound. It is, and that's Johnson's second foul.
I like Piper French activity, but again, Lauren Johnson, one of your leading scorers, really yet to get involved offensively, and credit the defense by that.
So coming the other way is East Mills with 7:40 left in the second period. Wolverines playing catch. Grendel will drive to the baseline side, picks up her dribble, kicks it back out. Palmer. Now Vandenberg shuffled the feet, takes a shot from about 10 feet and knocks it down. J.C. Vandenberg is into the scoring column. And East Mills back within 2, 12-10. Vikings come the other way with the basketball out front. Is Olsen, now to Johnson down low, and it's poked away and stolen away by Loicy Palmer. And here comes East Mills the other way. 7:06 left to play in the second quarter. Wolverines playing catch. Kraus throws it back out front. Palmer now to Grendel in the short corner. Finds Kraus in the lane. Good work from Caitlin Kraus for 2.
Well, that's where she's been effective, and they've done a really good job of moving the ball quickly, beating the zone, and we're knotted up here 12, Ryan, first half.
6:45 left to play in the second. First 4 of the quarter to East Mills. Kyla Hart out on the perimeter with the basketball. Here's Franzen. She'll fire up a 3 and knocks it home.
Yeah, I like that. Good set play right there. She got her shoulder square finish, and it's a big basket.
So Stanton goes back in front, 15-12. 6:20 left here in the half. Wolverines coming the other way. Piper French steps in front of one and takes it all the way. Lays up a shot. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Lauren Johnson. She gets fouled and will go to the free throw line for 2.
You can see why Piper French is in there, because she reads passes exceptionally well. That's the second steal on that perimeter defense, and she got to the rim again. This time Lauren Johnson come down with the offensive rebound, chance for her free throws.
Lauren Johnson misses the first one.
They're leaving a few points out there, the Vikings, on the free throw line here early, Ryan.
Ruby Hasty will check in. Ellie Hagan will take a seat. And the Vikings 1 of 5 at the charity stripe to start. Second one is no good, 1 of 6.
Even just you go 3 out of 6, you got a 4 or 5 point lead.
Make you rip your hair out as a coach. Here's Ava Grendel in the short corner with it.
Especially in these kind of games where it seems like the tempo is kind of favoring the Wolverines right now.
Here's a 3 by Hasty. May have been deflected, but an offensive rebound. Ava Grendel and the putback is good.
Oh, nice job by Grendel. It kind of was a weird look. I don't know if it hit much of the rim right there. Grendel came down with it. And again, East Mills capitalizes.
From the high post, it's Olsen. Had it poked away, and it's stolen by Hasty. And then Olsen commits a foul that's a long ways from the hoop.
That might have been a little bit of a frustration foul, Ryan, as that ball was into her, and a good swarming defense. The Wolverines like to play man-to-man, but they're doubling down anytime the ball goes into the lane in the post.
So Lauren Johnson's going to take a seat for Stanton as East Mills down by a point with the basketball in the front court. Hasty steps into a jumper,
Blocked.
May have been deflected. That was Franzen who got a hand on it, and then a foul in the backcourt. Or out of bounds off of East Mills. It will be Stanton basketball.
Extended pressure here by the Wolverines.
And this pressure really worked for him against Heartland Christian. See if they stick with it. Stanton will get it to the middle. Piper French. She gets across half court. The Vikings can set up their half court offense.
Cool, collected young freshman right there, right?
5:15 left in the second. Kyla Hart starts the offense. French at the left wing. Here's Hannah Olsen, top of the key. Hart to the right side, looking for a post touch. Nothing there. French, top of the key with it. 13 to shoot for the Vikings. Kyla Hart dribbles it out front. French at the right wing. 7 to shoot. Wide open 3. Hannah Olsen, top of the key, is no good. Good fight for the rebound, and Caitlin Kraus comes down with it. East Mills bring it the other way. They'll go right to Caitlin Kraus, turnaround jumper, no good. Battle for the board, it's loose. Ava Grendel comes up with it, and she lays it in for two, and East Mills back in front.
Grendel, right place, right time, pick up those loose balls. And again, the Wolverines just finding a way to put the ball in the basket, Ryan.
Back and forth we go, 16-15, East Mills in front. Here's Olsen down the right side of the lane. Lots of contact and makes the shot.
May not be the shot Coach Snyder liked drawing up, but the angle worked. All that matters is it went in.
She's got 7. Here's a good pass underneath. Kraus missed it from point blank. Grendel gets an offensive board, misses the shot. Loose ball on the rebound, corralled by Hannah Olsen. This is fun. Halfway through the second, 17-16, Stanton in front. Here's Piper French in the front court. Throws it out front, Hannah Olsen. Stanton gets into their half-court motion offense. Here's an open look for Burke from 3. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound to Ava Grendel.
She's close. They get her going hot. That'll really help the Viking offense.
Grendel up to 5 boards. I think 3 of them have been in the last minute or so. There's a travel by Ruby Hasty.
Well, she felt the pressure being the three-point shooter. She knew it was going to get some interface pressure. She tried to put that ball on the floor a little bit too quick with the feet.
Grendel will take a seat as Ellie Hagan checks back in. The East Mills lineup now very guard-heavy. 4 guards out on the floor. Full court pressure. Stanton able to get it across the timeline. They'll go to work in their half-court set. Franzen right wing. Good look down low to Olsen, but she bricked the shot. Battle for the rebound, and Loisy Palmer gets it and draws a foul. Good work down low from Loisy Palmer. And Brian, if you're going to play this 4-guard lineup for East Mills, you have to have that player like Palmer who can slide back and forth.
The one advantage being man-to-man is that you should have a shirt to box out, body to box out. Find a white shirt. Vikings wearing white, so that she did a good job, as you mentioned, keeping her out.
Trinity Williams catch and shoot off the bench is no good, and the rebound to Kyla Hart, who thought about running. Now she'll pull it back.
Extended sit on the sideline right now for Lauren Johnson.
There's Hart. Dribbles over to the right wing, picks up her dribble. Good look down low to Burke. Little fadeaway jumper is no good. Caitlin Kraus with the board, and then a foul by Stanton, again about 80 feet from the hoop.
Well, these are frustration fouls right now. They're usually not in this kind of game. You've had your way with this opponent for the last 3 times this year, Ryan, and
that's the 4th foul of the quarter on Stanton. So East Mills will be in the bonus.
Mills team is showing a lot of scrappiness here.
Wolverines down by a point with the ball in the front court. Hasty back out front. Palmer to the high post. Hagan kick out 3. Hasty is good.
Well, she's not bashful, and she gets her feet set, finishes it. Biggest lead of the night now for the Wolverines.
Ruby Hasty's knocked down 2 of them, and East Mills up by 2, 19-17. Vikings will run an elevator screen play. 3, no good. Offensive rebound on the putback.
Oh, it almost looked like a perfect pass to Olsen, but she'll clean it up.
Oh, Lexi Moreno is in the official's ear on that elevator screen looking for a moving screen. Tied at 19. Here's Hasty to answer. That 3 missed everything. It'll be Stanton basketball.
That might have been a little bit of a rush. He was kind of fading back on that one.
Ava Grendel will check back in for the Wolverines.
Again, Lauren Johnson sitting, and she's not in foul trouble. I think the only girl with 2 fouls might be Kyla Hart.
So Coach Snyder may be sending a message here to his senior. Stanton will break the press, and they'll get a run out the other way. A layup is no good from Franzen. Offensive rebound, Hart. She misses the putback, and the rebound secured by Ellie Hagan and East Mills.
They did everything right except the finish. They broke the press right, had the night pass, and you got to put those in.
Wolverines playing really well tonight. There's a travel as Loisy Palmer shuffled her feet on the perimeter. An unforced error, and now Stanton gets the ball back with 1:46 left in the half. There's the pressure put on by East Mills. As dribbling into the front court, Kyla Hart loses it. It's a loose ball, and a jump ball will go to East Mills.
Kyla Hart kind of tried to dribble through 3 Wolverines and got it knocked away, and Piper French couldn't get it secure. She got the tie up, but it ends up going the other way.
East Mills continues to shuffle in guards. J.C. Vandenberg checks into the game. 90 seconds left in the half, 19 all. Class 1A regional quarterfinal. Trinity Williams catch and shoot long 2 is no good, but a great block out by Hagan. She kicks it out. Jumper from Vandenberg's no good. Offensive rebound. Grendel turnaround jumper is good.
Nice job on the glass by the Wolverines. I'd say that might be the difference tonight. It's offensive rebounds.
1:10 left in the half, 21-19, East Mills in front. Vikings with the ball. Good look down low from French to Hart. Reverse layup is no good. Rebound by Vandenberg. East Mills wants to push.
It's a tough angle on that shot, Ryan.
Here's East Mills in the front court with the ball. Palmer skip past Williams left side. She'll fire up a long two. No good, but it goes right into the hands of Ava Grindle. East Mills will reset. Palmer drives. Right elbow jumper. No good off the back iron. Out of bounds. It will be Stanton basketball.
I would say that East Mills looks just a little bit more, I guess, in the right spot, right time. They're just a little bit more pep in their step right now. Maybe one way to put it, Ryan. They're just a little bit more aggressive to the ball.
Out rebounding Stanton 21-17 so far in the opening half.
I'd say about 7 or 8 of those on the offensive glass, aren't they?
Stanton struggling with the full court press, and it's a turnover. Palmer gets a run-out layup the other way, and East Mills has their largest lead of the game at 23-19. Stanton with the basketball, and a kicked ball off the foot of Loicey Palmer. And Brian, this full court pressure has given Stanton some fits.
Yeah, it is. And again, it's just you've got to be really quick with that pass. You got to get into the interior of the defense in the middle of the floor, and then you'll have numbers.
23 seconds left in the half. Stanton able to get it into Piper French. She gets it across the timeline, has it poked into the backcourt. French recollects. 15 on the game clock. The shot clock is turned off. Vikings can hold for the final shot of the half. Here's Franzen in the corner. Back to Burt. Top of the key, Olsen, 5 to shoot. Olsen down the right side of the lane, and a foul called on Ava Grindle, but Brian, that's not a bad foul there.
No, it isn't. With just 1.7 seconds left, only the second foul. It's not a shooting foul, so it's on the floor.
Now,
so you can get a pass and you get one dribble.
My guess is Riley Burke is going to be who they're trying to free up here.
I'm going to do maybe a curl screen. I want the ball into Olsen here.
There's the inbound from the baseline, 1.7 left. They get it in. Olsen catch and shoot at the horn is good.
23, who is that? That's
Kyla Franzen.
Kyla Franzen.
Knocks it down. A great play from the Vikings to get 2 back. And we go to the halftime break. East Mills leads Stanton 23-21. We'll take a break. Our halftime report starts next on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
No one succeeds alone. It takes support to get there. Sacrifices made by others, wisdom learned and passed on. When your business is agriculture, you dedicate your life to supporting community, doing the hard work that helps all of us thrive. It's why at PCSB, we believe in supporting you. Your success makes our community succeed. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Agricultural business majors at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
Your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big at AgriVision equipment. During the month of February, get 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. It's the perfect time to stock up. Don't wait. This offer ends on 2/28/25. Stop by AgriVision Equipment or visit agrivisionequipment.com today.
Halftime here at Stanton and a Class 1A regional quarterfinal, and East Mills, who's lost to Stanton 3 times this season, has a 23-21 lead on the Vikings at the halftime break. And Brian, Coach Moreno has to be absolutely thrilled with the way her team has won, I would say, the hustle battles here tonight. You said they find themselves in the right place at the right time, and a lot of that is due to hustle.
It is. They just have, a little, like I said, a little bit more pep in their step. They're a little bit more active, a little bit more getting to the ball. They're in the right places. They seem to be a little bit more aggressive, attacking the offensive glass. Like you mentioned, they got a rebounding advantage. They're picking up some loose balls, and Stanton has really struggled with a little bit of extra pressure, whether it be the full court pressure or the aggressive man-to-man defense that's out on the ball and really challenging the passing angles and making it hard to get the ball into the post. And, you know, you got two girls, Lauren Johnson and Hannah Olson Johnson, yet to score. In fact, she's had a majority of that second quarter, Ryan, on the sidelines, and not because of foul trouble. So she mentioned Coach Snyder was probably really glad to see halftime come and readjust. And the great thing is there's still 60 minutes to go here in the game.
That's right. So after one quarter, Stanton led 12-8. East Mills outscores Stanton 15-9 in the second quarter. For East Mills, it's been fairly balanced. They've got three girls, all with 6 points in this one. Ava Grindle, Caitlin Kraus, and Ruby Hasty. Ruby came off the bench and hit a couple threes. Ava Grindle's added 7 rebounds for East Mills. For Stanton, they've been led by Hannah Olson. She has 9 points and 6 rebounds. Also 8 points for Kyla Franson, who hit the jumper right before the end of the first half. But as you mentioned, Brian, probably the story of this one, Lauren Johnson, the leading scorer for the Vikings, 0 points in that first half. And if you're East Mills, that's exactly what it takes. You have to take one of those scorers out of the game.
And they've limited the number of touches she has. Good defense. Loicy Palmer's been priming the girl that's been stuck with her, but they've rotated really nice. They're really, again, making the passing angles tough. So when the ball's been thrown, it's a little off angle. It's been deflected or overthrown, or they've got a shot. It's not in a very advantageous spot for the Vikings. And you know, I think what happens sometimes, you beat a team 3 times, you kind of expect to kind of just get the same kind of shots. And credit to the coaching staff of East Mills, you know, Coach Thornburg and Coach Moreno kind of changed up some things. And you're probably the spot, what do we got to lose? You know, hey, we've already lost to them 3 times, and you know the chances of us winning. But you tell your team, sell your team on, look, we don't have to beat you for a season or a series. I just got to outplay you for one quarter. Now, Coach Moreno goes into halftime. Look, girls, we're going to take this next quarter. Let's just take this next quarter, and let's just win this next quarter.
Looking forward to the second half as we're going to step aside, take a quick break for halftime. We're actually going to hear from East Mills boys co-coach Dan Stokes as well as Mason Camden. They picked up a win over Griswold last night. We had a chance to catch up with those guys after that win. And on the other side of that interview, we'll have the second half. Again, East Mills leads Stanton 23-21 at the halftime break. Class 1A regional quarterfinal on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Is at a premium these days, and it's difficult to find. There are opportunities for income-based housing available right now in Sidney, Tabor, Malvern, and Shenandoah. All utilities are included in your rent. There's no snow to scoop. You won't even have to change a light bulb. All you have to do is move in and live your best life. These vacancies won't last long, so contact Kim and Brooke today for an application and learn how you can qualify for income-based housing in Southwest Iowa. Call 866-228-6257 for information.
Ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. Dreaming of a new home? Our home loans are tailored to fit your needs, making your dream of home ownership a reality. From old farmhouses to new construction homes, we're ready to support your journey every step of the way. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With a chronic respiratory condition, Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
I'm here with our KMA player of the game, Mason Camden. 23 points tonight, Mason. You seem to be hitting the threes, getting to your spots on offense. What did it feel like, the ball leaving your hand, just playing offense against this Griswold defense tonight?
It was good. All shots were falling. My teammates were giving me the ball. It was just flowing. It was really nice.
What's it like? This is the third time you played Griswold this year. What's it like when you get to see a defense 3 times? Kind of, how does it help you set you up on offense?
I mean, we go over in practice, we go through all the scenarios, we get shots, all that kind of stuff, and we basically know what they're going to do.
The leading scorer for this team here at East Mills, but one of the younger guys on the team, how does it help you, and kind of like how does it push you in practice when most of the other guys are seniors? You got a senior-loaded team here tonight.
They all push me. They're very good leaders in practice. They all push each other, and it's fun to be a part of it.
KMA player of the game, Mason Camden, with 23 points tonight as East Mills wins 61-25. We got co-head coach of East Mills here, Dan Stokes. You beat Griswold for the third time this season. I believe first time you won by 21, second time by 10. Tonight you win by 36, 61-25. How are you guys able to really dominate this one in the playoffs?
It's just getting focused for the tournament. We can't, look who the opponent is for playing against ourselves. That's what we told the guys all week. Get ready to play against ourselves. Get ready for the next round. Don't worry about the opponent. The first time we played them was early in the season. They made some adjustments the second time, and they made it hard for us. We were battling some illness and stuff. They played really well at their place. Through the 1-3-1 zone at us. Took us a while to figure it out. We saw a few other teams give it to us throughout the time, so we were able to execute against it tonight.
Yeah. A couple weeks before this game, you took down Bedford, an undefeated Bedford team. So you guys playing your best ball right now. You got Mount Air coming up next week.
We hope so. That's the plan, is to get all the bugs worked out on the way up, where you get into the high intensity games of the conference, and then we get into tournament time, be ready to play. Now it's just refining things, and we're ready to go. There's nothing else left to learn. So.
Yep. What do you want to see the most out of your guys as you're trying to make a postseason run here this year?
It's always effort. We pride ourselves on our defense. I think our defense has always gotten us in games or kept us in games. The games we're able to compare that with our shooting. We're a pretty tough team to deal with. So the games we play good defense with no shooting, they're low scoring, but we're on the other side of those games. So just keep the effort, play defense, and then second chance points is big for us. We got to make sure we're boxed out rebounding.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck the rest of the postseason.
T&T Ford outside Red Oak will have you taking notice. Sure, the name and logo are nice, but those trucks, and more trucks are guaranteed to catch your eye. And Ag Country trucks aren't just about convenience, they're part of the operation. And the sales team at T&T Ford can help you find and finance the right Ford truck to take you from to-do to done with efficiency. Plus, their service team has the know-how to keep your truck at its best. New name, new experience. T&T Ford just east of Red Oak, and anytime at TNTFord.com.
About ready to go with half number 2 between East Mills and Stanton, and a Class 1A regional quarterfinal. And Brian, I don't know if I've seen this before. Both teams were in the locker room for quite a long time. Neither team did any sort of shooting or warm-up out on the court before the start of this third quarter.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, too. They come out in plenty of time, and I guess the strategy is more important and keep fresh. And, again, reset. Both coaches went into halftime telling their kids to reset. One wants to keep it up where it is. Coach Marino and her squad. Coach Snyder says, let's reset. That half is done. Let's go out and win this quarter.
So Stanton will have the basketball first as we start the second half. They will go right to left and down by a bucket. They will have the basketball first. They go into their offensive set. Lauren Johnson is back out there, starting 10 out on the floor. Johnson, she'll try to go in the block to Franzen, and it's poked away and stolen.
Yeah, that pass probably could have been a little bit sharper, and it kind of floated. Grindle, I think, knocked it away.
Grindle gets free in
nice
the front
block.
court. Her shot is blocked by Franzen. Out of bounds, it will stay with East Mills.
Sally Franzen, that's a couple blocks she's had tonight.
Franzen tonight, 8 points, 2 blocks, and a rebound. East Mills, good look underneath to Grindle. She gets fouled at the hoop. That'll be on Franzen, her first, and Ava Grindle, who had a good second quarter. She's got 6 points and 7 boards.
Again, the Wolverines have done a really good job so far tonight, Ryan, moving without the basketball, in this offense, really against this aggressive 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone of the Vikings, moving quickly, and I think that's why they've gotten their hands on a lot of loose balls and offensive glass.
Grindle misses the first free throw. The team's a combined 2 of 9 at the charity stripe. Make it 3 of 10 as she gets that one to rattle off the back iron and in. 24-21.
And you got to get going. You got 10 seconds.
And there's a turnover. Ava Grindle steals it off a Lauren Johnson pass. East Mills with the basketball. Grindle drives to the baseline, kicks it out. Kraus in the lane, jump stop. She's fouled. Then we'll go to the free throw line for 2.
You just feel like they're just a hair step quicker. They're a little bit quicker decision making right now, and Vikings kind of a little bit slow rotating over. And again, chance for some more points here on the free throw line. That's the second foul on Hart, right?
Yes, Caitlin Kraus makes the first.
That's what Coach Marino want to do, is expand. They're up by 2, add to the points, add to this lead, and put this Stanton team, the more they fall behind, the more pressure falls on their shoulders. If they especially when you've won 3 matches already this year against the same team.
Second free throw was no good. Here's Stanton the other way. 3 ball is no good, and Ava Grindle pulls down the board for the Wolverines.
One and done again. Quick possession and nothing to get for it.
East Mills into the half court against the 3-2 zone, and there's a travel by Palmer. And Brian, we saw that a couple times in the first half. East Mills with an unforced turnover.
Yeah, and that's, Coach Snyder knows their door's still open. East Mills is still giving us lots of opportunities to get our hands on the ball. He's got to take advantage of them.
East Mills with the pressure. Here's a ball poked away from Hannah Olson, and a foul. Diving on the floor is Ava Grindle.
I think Coach Snyder had been talking about there's a little bit of contact and bumping some players off.
He got a nice look from the official after that whistle. Right. Second foul on Grindle of the ball game, first of the quarter for the Wolverines. Stanton inbound from their own baseline. It is Kyla Hart who triggers it in. Riley Burke now back to Hart to start the offense. Left side, Franzen with it, looking into the block. Johnson gets a post touch, shot up, and she's fouled.
I thought they might do more of that. Really kind of isolate her, put Olson in their side, and if the weak side comes, Lauren Johnson can kick off to her teammate. And that time, nobody came over, and Johnson tried to work one-on-one and got fouled.
Fouls on Palmer, her first, and now Lauren Johnson to the free throw line for 2, and she makes it.
Well, free throws didn't go very well for the Vikings in that first half, did they, Ryan?
They were 1 of 6, now 2 of 7 on the night. Lauren Johnson with 1 more. Second free throw from Johnson is no good. Good battle by Palmer to rip that rebound down, and now East Mills will bring it the other way. Wolverines in the front court. Grindle fires up a 3. It's no good, and the rebound to Hannah Olson.
I don't know if that was maybe the quick shot that Coach Moreno wanted right there on that possession.
Stanton could shoot for the tie with a 3 ball. Vikings in the front court. Riley Burke, she'll back this one out, set up the offense. Hart runs point, top of the key. They'll go right into the post. Johnson turnaround, misses the shot. Loicy Palmer gets the rebound, and then a travel in the backcourt. Palmer fell over Johnson, who was on the ground.
It wasn't a foul. Johnson was on the floor trying to get up, and it was mentioned the Wolverine girl just kind of tripped over the back. So kind of a fortuitous break right there for the Vikings.
So Stanton gets the ball back off the inbound. Burke catch and shoot 3. It's off the side of the hoop, and the rebound pulled down by Ellie Hagan. East Mills walks it across the timeline. 6 minutes left in the third. 1 possession lead for the Wolverines. Kraus tipped off her fingers, goes into the hands of Grindle, who will back it out and set up the offense. Swinging around the perimeter, Palmer into the post for Hagan. It was poked away by Franzen. It'll stay with East Mills with 14 to shoot.
Yeah, this has that earmark of a game, Brian, doesn't it? That seems like we get to the fourth quarter, that last couple minutes, it might be who has the ball at the last possession.
East Mills inbounds from the baseline. Kraus fires up a shot, no good off the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Franzen.
Nice rebound by Franzen. Again, the Vikings doing a lot better job here in this third quarter of not allowing the Wolverines on the offensive glass.
Stanton in the front court. Here's Olson down the right side of the lane. Body bump. She loses the ball. No signal. Neither official made a signal. Now they're going to talk about it.
A lot of contact. I thought they might call a foul. I think they're going to end up giving the Wolverines ball.
Yeah, I think so. No, they're going to call a jump ball, which will end up being East Mills basketball. Olson started down the lane, and there was a lot of contact off of Grindle.
It was hard to tell who the ball went off of, and the outside official was probably screened by several players.
So the jump ball gives it to East Mills with 5:20 left in the third. There's Hagan. Gives it to Kraus. Left block, turnaround shot, again. No good. Rebound pulled down by Olson. Here comes Stanton in the front court. Burke with it, left wing. Out front with it. Johnson off a curl cut. Olson puts up a shot and one.
That was an extra pass right there. Nice execution, and Hannah Olson doing Hannah Olson things right there, Ryan.
Caitlin Kraus gets hit with the foul. That is her first, team's third. And Hannah Olson, who's in double figures, cans the free throw, and we're tied up at 25. Now Piper French off the bench.
And now extended pressure for the Vikings. First time we've seen that tonight. Going man-to-man pressure.
Now they are face guarding East Mills. See if they can break the press, and
they did.
They travel. J.C. Vandenberg caught it and then couldn't keep the pivot foot.
And that might be one thing where Coach Snyder felt like at some point, I feel like when we're ready for it, we can bring it, kind of throw a little surprise.
Stanton inbounds the basketball in the front court. Here's Hannah Olson, fires up a jumper. It's no good. Ava Grindle corrals it. And now East Mills with the basketball the other way. Wolverines in the front court. Palmer gets a post touch. Vandenberg shot swatted away.
Nice job by Olson. Yeah, she timed that perfectly.
And now Stanton brings it into the front court as they have a chance to shoot for the lead for the first time in a while. Olson, left block, puts it up off the backboard.
Nice entry pass by the freshman Piper French.
Stanton
5 in a row here.
Momentum. The Vikings have outscored East Mills 6-2, and Lexi Moreno will call a timeout. 4:18 left to play in the third. Stanton leads East Mills 27-25 on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. At Malvern Bank, we specialize in ag loans that help our local farmers thrive. Whether you're planting seeds for the future or expanding your current operations, we've got the financing solutions to help your farm flourish. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
4:18 left to play in the third, and Stanton has scored the last 5. They lead East Mills 27-25.
And they've done it with a little defensive change. They kind of went full court man a couple times, and the ball has been more in the hands of Hannah Olson and Lauren Johnson this quarter.
So East Mills, they got Ruby Hasty into the game during that timeout. Hasty catches it, takes a dribble, fires up a three. It's no good, but she gets her own rebound. Left-handed shot is good.
Fortuitous bounce again, right place, right time. That's a big basket for the Wolverines off that timeout, Ryan.
So East Mills ties it back up at 27. Vikings bring it into the front court. They'll play catch around the perimeter. There's a good look inside. Olson from the right block. It's no good. Rebound will stay with Stanton. There's a battle for it.
A much more concerted effort, I think, right now to put the ball in the hands of Olson near the basket, Ryan.
Here comes Stanton. French shuffled her feet. She gets called for a travel.
She saw that lane open up, and she knew if she could take one dribble and get by that defender, she had a chance to get inside the lane.
3:38 left in the third. East Mills has the basketball after the turnover. There's Loicy Palmer in the front court. Over to the right side, that's Hagan. Back out front, Palmer with it. Takes a few dribbles down the right side. Grindle in the short corner with it. Will kick it back out. East Mills operating against this 3-2 Stanton zone. 14 to shoot. Hagan trapped without a dribble, and she throws it away. Lauren Johnson going coast to coast. She misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Piper French. She has it taken away by Ruby Hasty.
Nice
she
job by Riley Burke.
bounce.
Riley Burke just kind of stood there and waited till the ball was placed in front of her on the crossover dribble. She knocked it off the Wolverine. It could have been a 2-on-1 for the Wolverines going their way. Instead, Burke forces the turnover, and after all that action, he'll be right back to the Vikings ball.
Kylie Franzine checks back in, and Piper French will take a seat. 3:05 left in the third. We're all knotted up at 27. Stanton with the basketball in the front court. Johnson swings a pass to Kyla Hart. Her entry pass is tipped and eventually stolen by the Wolverines.
Yeah, it wasn't a sharp angle. Olson was open, too, on that curl cut.
Wolverines bring it quickly into the front court. Down the right side of the lane, putting up a shot is Vandenberg. She gets fouled.
That might be on Franzen. Is that her third?
It is. Just her second. Team's third of the quarter.
And we've yet to reach the bonus in the first and second quarters.
J.C. Vandenberg to the free throw line for 2. First one is no good.
Yeah, definitely points in a premium for both squads, and that pressure begins to mount as each possession, Ryan, magnifies its importance here.
Second one on the way from Vandenberg. That one is good, and East Mills jumps back in front. 28-27. Full court pressure again from the Wolverines. Quickly broken. Hart in the front court, but she threw it away. Trinity Williams stepped in front of it. had it poked out of bounds. It'll be East Mills basketball.
Yeah, they had the right look. It just the pass was not the angle they needed.
So East Mills with a 1-point lead in the ball, 2:35 left in the third. Vandenberg, she'll go right down Main Street, but then misses the shot. Had a good look, but Hannah Olson pulls down the board.
She probably expected a lot more contact at Ryan, and nobody hit her. She's pretty strong off the glass.
Stanton walks it across the timeline. Over to the left side, Burke. She'll probe the lane, backs out. Kicks it back into the corner. Playing catch around the perimeter. Hart top of the key. Now Burke, high wing right side. Trying to find a post entry. Olsen open for three. It's no good off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Vandenberg.
That was a good look by Olsen right there. She was squared up and just didn't get it to fall.
East Mills with a 1-point lead under 2 minutes left in the third. Williams for three. It's good. Trinity Williams catch and shoot three to put East Mills in front by 2 possessions. 1:40 left in the third. Stanton, they'll get a good look for Olsen off a screen, lays it up.
That was a good pass by Kyla Hart that time. She led Olsen right to the rim and no weak side help. Big basket right there, Vikings.
31-29, East Mills still in front. 1:25 left. Olsen up to 16 for the Vikings. Here's Williams, drives baseline, somehow kept it in bounds. Hasty, corner three, way long. Couple Vikings fighting for the board. And Stanton gets the basketball back. 1:10 and counting here in the third. Stanton will slow the pace down. Here's Hart across the timeline. They'll get it down to the block. Johnson, turnaround is good and one.
Again, isolation right there. They brought Johnson from the weak side off a rub screen. That was a much better entry pass than the basket in the end one coming up.
So they got the foul on Palmer. That's her second.
So every time the East Mills has kind of bumped that up to 4, the Vikings have found a way, Ryan, to kind of answer.
So one free throw here for Lauren Johnson is short, no good. East Mills with the basketball. Quickly the other way, Kraus through some contact, missed the shot.
Nice rebound by Johnson.
And now Stanton goes the other way, a chance to retake the lead. Vikings quickly, Burke, three from the right wing is no good. Looked like it was going to go down.
Yeah,
Palmer
good look.
pulls
She's
the board.
had some good looks, and that one's just a little bit short.
East Mills quickly into the front court. Here's Kraus trying to go baseline. Cut off, crossover. Throws it back out. It's stolen. Here's Lauren Johnson going coast to coast. Through some contact, lays it up and in.
Nice. I like that she took it right to the defense. So 6 straight points by the Vikings.
And Stanton back in front, 33-31. Trinity Williams three from the corner is good. Trinity Williams.
Defense late getting out there, and just like that, Williams answers with her second three of the quarter.
East Mills in front. Stanton can shoot the final shot of the third. Here's a look to Johnson off her fingers, and it goes out of bounds. And now East Mills gets it back with 3.2 seconds on the clock. Piper French will check in for Stanton.
They're going to try to extend the pressure here.
3.2. East Mills needs to go the full length of the floor. They'll throw it forward. Hagan in the corner. Williams. It's blocked by Riley Burke. Good rotation from Riley Burke to knock it away. But East Mills maintains a 1-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. 34-33. East Mills leads it on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Our name says it all. We're Total Farm Solutions. This is Eric with TFS, and when it comes to your operation, we want to be your total partner in and out of the field. We're your Pioneer seed dealer, along with bulk options and seed treatments. And we study genetics, offering scouting and agronomic solutions. Taking care of our customer is part of our total service. We're Total Farm Solutions. Give us a call or find our office just outside of Carson.
This is Sid with Shop Ag near Trainer. I'm learning all of the ins and outs of agronomy with my dad, Shane. I've learned that Pioneer seed is second to none and that they back that up with proven products and yields. I've also learned that if our customers have a question or a concern, we'll work until we figure out the answer or solution. I'm learning all of this because at Shop Ag, we've made a commitment, and that commitment is our family helping yours. Call Shane at 712-520-1333.
Welcome back in to Stanton. We go to the fourth quarter, 34-33. East Mills leads Stanton in a Class 1A regional quarterfinal. Stanton beat East Mills 3 times during the regular season, and now East Mills trying to find a way to pull it out here in the postseason. And Brian, back and forth, that third quarter was a lot of fun.
And those games, were started progressively getting closer and closer the more they played. And, of course, Coach Snyder knew that before this game, that this was going to be a little bit more of a dogfight. And East Mills have done it. Nice entry pass.
Right, wide open down low. Lauren Johnson lays it in, and Stanton quickly retakes the lead 35-34 as we start the fourth quarter. East Mills into the front court. Ava Grindle from the right side. She pump fakes. Backs her way down, hands it off. Caitlin Krause had it poked away, gets it back. Palmer, her pass swatted out of bounds by Lauren Johnson. It'll stay with East Mills with 18 to shoot. Lauren Johnson sat most of the first half. She's got 7 points here in the second quarter. Now East Mills will inbound from the sideline. 15 now on the shot clock for the Wolverines. Hagan to Krause, short corner into the lane, puts up a jumper. It's no good. Rebound will stay with East Mills. That was Olsen and Grendel who were battling for it, and it will stay with the Wolverines. They'll inbound on the baseline. Palmer will trigger it in, gets it into Grendel, right block, off the backboard, no good. Johnson gets the board, it's a loose ball, chased down, and a timeout by East Mills. What a play. It was Loicy Palmer who got on the floor, and then Lexi Moreno with a heads-up timeout call. 7:15 left in the fourth. It's 35-34. Stanton leads East Mills on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Sure what you want to do with your life? Feel like your job is at a standstill? Get your foot in the door with area manufacturing companies at Iowa Western Community College's SEAM program. Sign up now in the Center of Excellence for Advanced Manufacturing through IWCC. Classes are just 2 early evenings a week with holidays and summers off. Improve your current skills and learn new ones that will give you a new career or even enhance your current one. For more information on SEAM, contact IWCC's Clarinda Center at 712-542-5117.
7:15 left to play in the fourth quarter after a nice hustle play. Here's Ava Grendel out of the timeout. She gets fouled. They're going to get the foul on Riley Burke, her first, team's first of the quarter, so East Mills will inbound from the baseline side.
Some little checking, Ryan. Since 2008, this has been pretty much a one-sided series. 35-4. The Stanton Vikings have kind of dominated East Mills Wolverines, but none of that matters right now, does it?
Stanton gets the ball back after a missed three by Caitlin Krause. Kyla Hart gets it over the timeline, trying to get it into Lauren Johnson. It's poked out of bounds. Tell you what, Brian, Loicy Palmer, she's only scored 3 points tonight, 3 steals, 7 rebounds, and she has guarded Lauren Johnson like a glove all night. There's a foul on the inbounds. It's an offensive foul on Stanton.
I think it's on Johnson.
That'll be Johnson's third, a moving screen. So it's her third, team's second of the fourth quarter. East Mills will have the ball. Scores this year, Stanton beat East Mills 43-11. Then it was 60-41, 58-37. Right now, Stanton in front 35-34, 6:50 left. Here's a jumper from Vandenberg. That missed everything. Riley Burke gets the board for the Vikings. Stanton with a 1-point lead in the basketball in the front court. Kyla Hart trying to go over to French. Had it poked away. French out near half court with the ball. Hart to the right side. That's Burke at the right wing. She's been quiet tonight. Good look down low. Johnson missed it from point-blank range. And Ellie Hagan gets the board for East Mills.
It was kind of a tough angle, but yeah, it was a ball that she probably should have made. But again, good heads-up play with the Wolverines to come away with the one-and-done rebound.
East Mills goes into their half-court set. Pass knocked away by Lauren Johnson. It stays with East Mills.
It was a nice fortuitous bounce because if Johnson tips that ahead, she's got a run-out layup.
And Lauren Johnson's really good at anticipating that return pass to the top.
She looks, maybe she's a little under the weather. Maybe that's why she sat that little bit of time because it just looks like she's having a little harder time catching her breath here, Ryan.
East Mills with the ball, 12 to shoot. Wolverines need to go. There's Loicy Palmer. Steps inside the three-point line. Back to Grendel, 5 to shoot. Grendel, long jumper, hard off the back iron. Rebound Lauren Johnson, and then she gets fouled. The East Mills' first foul of the quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, whoever comes away with this win here tonight, you got to credit both squads. They've been well preparing Coach Marino's squad has done a good job defensively, but give the Vikings credit too. They could have easily kind of wilted and, really gone away, but their moxie is showing up because the championship pedigree too.
Vikings able to break the pressure, get the ball into the front court. Kyla Hart with it. 5:40 left and counting here in the fourth. Top of the key, Olsen swings it over left side. They'll go Johnson, left block, tough angle, knocks it in.
Well, that time, Loisy Palmer got caught, and they're really making, like I said, an effort to get the ball to Johnson, and she's responding. It's the biggest lead by the Vikings in quite a while.
Stanton up by 3. Grindle trapped in the corner, kicks it out. Kraus from the high post. She'll go to Grindle, short corner, loses it. It will stay with East Mills.
Burke poked it away. I tell you what, Kraus has been pretty quiet here in the second half, hasn't she? I don't think she scored, has she?
I think Stanton's done a lot better job collapsing the center of that zone.
Yeah, not let her dribble into get the shots off.
Here's Kraus catching it in an awkward spot, loses it on the way up. Lauren Johnson gets a run out the other way, but a good hustle play by Ellie Hagan to knock it away. It'll stay with Stanton.
Yeah, Hagan made up a lot of ground right there. I think Johnson thought she had a run-out layup
That's
for sure.
not like Lauren Johnson's a slow poke by any means.
Hagan made up a lot of ground and knocked it out of bounds. We're going to get a sub in.
Ruby Hasty checks in, and Hagan will get a well-deserved break after sprinting 84 feet. Stanton to inbound from the baseline, 5:09 left in the fourth. Hart triggers this one deep. In the corner is Olsen. Skips a pass to Burke, left wing. Back out front to Hart. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. There's Johnson. Now to the left side. Look down low to Olsen, but the pass was tipped away.
Again, another kind of Kyla Hart just didn't put enough on that to find the right angle because Olsen was open.
Grindle drives down the lane, and it's stolen away. And here comes Stanton with the basketball and a 3-point lead. 4:40 left to play in this one. Johnson catches in the block. Spin move is good. Lightning quick.
Riley Burke maybe not be in the scoring column tonight, but she's had a couple blocks. She's had several deflections and finding a way right now. Biggest lead for quite a while.
And now Lexi Moreno is going to take her third timeout with 4:25 left to play in the fourth. 39-34, Stanton leads East Mills on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Is believing. That's what you'll hear from customers that choose Barrett Auto Center of Glenwood time and time again. Barrett customers come in for vehicles and service work, but they come back for conversation and honest advice. They want one of the largest pre-owned and fully serviced inventories in KMA land, and they return when they've gone elsewhere and it just isn't the same. See and believe for yourself how little differences add up to a better car buying experience. Come back to Barrett's and Barrett'sAutoCenter.com.
Shenandoah Medical Center, in collaboration with MD West 1, provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care in our region. Whether you have pain stemming from an athletic injury or overuse, you will have immediate access to high-quality orthopedic care. My name is Michael Delcor, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in the upper extremity. Whatever the case, I will work with you to determine the best treatment plan. For more information about our extensive orthopedic coverage, simply call 712-246-7400.
Welcome back in to Stanton with 4:25 left to play in this one. Stanton out to a 5-point lead, and Brian, the Vikings are starting to pick things up here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they done a better job of executing getting the ball inside, and Olsen has stepped up her game. There's a turnover right there, and that's not what Coach Marino wanted out of that timeout. No.
So an unforced error will give the ball right back to Stanton with 4:21 left in the fourth. Vikings able to break the pressure. Get it into the front court. It's Kyla Hart, and I believe that was Hagan maybe rolled her ankle as Burke puts up a shot. No good. A good block out by Trinity Williams for the board. So East Mills with Hagan, Williams, also Hasty and Kraus.
They've got two shooters in there, Williams and Hasty in the corners. There's a stip and a steal.
Hannah Olsen gets her hands on it. She goes the full length of the floor, lays it in. Olsen's got 18. Stanton with their largest lead of the night at 41-34 with 3:45 left in the fourth. East Mills trying to find some offense. Trinity Williams, who hit a couple threes in the first half, makes another one.
Well, that's a big one right there. Kind of gets you down to that two-possession again.
Trinity Williams has 9. It's 41-37. And a jump ball called on the other end.
And Olsen had a crossover, probably a layup right there, but she dribbled into the defender right there and get tie up, and that's going to go back to the Wolverines, Ryan.
Ellie Hagan checks back in. Ava Grindle is in as well. So it's Hasty, Williams, Hagan. Also Ava Grindle, Loisy Palmer out there for the Wolverines. 3:25 left in the fourth. 41-37, Stanton in front. Wolverines into their half-court set. Williams, return pass nearly picked off. Palmer in the corner. Hasty will fire up a three. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Trinity Williams. East Mills resets with a fresh shot clock. Palmer wide open three, top of the key, left it short. Rebound goes out of bounds. It will be Stanton basketball.
Yeah, she just looked a little undecided on that attempt, didn't she, Ryan?
Short-armed it a little bit. 3:03 left in the fourth. Stanton with a 4-point lead in the basketball against full-court press.
The other thing is, too, you want that. There's almost a think it's going to be a turnover.
Ball goes out of bounds. Yep. It's East Mills basketball. Grindle knocked it away. It went off of the hands of Olson.
That was a tough angle pass, that three-quarter, pass across the defense, going away from the offensive player, and out of bounds it went.
2:55 left in the fourth. 41-37. Here's a near steal. It is stolen by Lauren Johnson, and then she loses it. Got her hand on it, tried to chase it down, and just couldn't quite get there.
Tight rope on that sideline, Ryan. She just couldn't get a handle on it, and then she tried to tip it back. We're going to get a timeout, I think.
Dave Snyder is going to use a timeout. 2:46 left in the fourth quarter. Stanton leads at 41-37 on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Reliable internet matters to you, and it matters to FMTC too. So what does reliable look like? At FMTC, reliable means 99% uptime. And if there's a problem, we measure resolution in minutes, not hours or days. You need bandwidth, and FMTC has it. Up to 1 gig. Our fiber internet offers equal download and upload speeds, in addition to being unlimited and reliable. FMTC Fiber, internet worth talking about.
Your engine to power through the toughest conditions? Then you need John Deere Plus 52 engine oil. Built for extreme environments, Plus 52 gives your engine the protection it deserves and keeps it running at peak performance. Right now, you can save big at AgriVision Equipment. During the month of February, get 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. It's the perfect time to stock up. Don't wait. This offer ends on 2/28/25. Stop by AgriVision Equipment or visit agrivisionequipment.com today.
2:46 left to play in the fourth. Stanton leads East Mills 41-37 after the Stanton timeout. It will be East Mills with the basketball. They need to go the full length of the floor. And they will walk it across the timeline. Trinity Williams, who's hit 3 threes in the ball game, holds it out near the right side, has it poked away. It'll stay with East Mills. Hannah Olson got her hand on that. So East Mills with the basketball. Williams down the left side of the lane and a travel.
There's too many white shirts she tried to go through right there and ended up being a turnover.
So East Mills will get Vandenberg and Caitlin Kraus into the game. Williams
again, going a little quicker lineup and trying to disrupt. And, of course, you're down 2 possessions.
Stanton against the full court press. Will turn it over. Pass from Kyla Hart was too tall for Burke.
Yeah, and she could have probably just dribbled across. I think that's what Coach Snyder's talking about. You could just dribble across yourself. You'd have been good. But again, that panic speeds up your decision process, Ryan, does that press.
East Mills with the basketball, down 4. 2:20 left in the ball game. Wolverines. Ava Grindle in the corner. She's being trapped. It's poked out of bounds. It will stay.
Well, again, that's not a place you want to get there with Grindle and hold the ball because Olson and Burke can really double team in. Johnson on the weak side looking to see if she can pick off that pass coming out of there.
2:12 left. Here's a pass inbound to Kraus. Misses the shot and a rebound ripped away by Lauren Johnson.
Nice rebound. Johnson's had a heck of a second half, hasn't she?
2 minutes left in this one. Stanton up by 4, and there's another turnover. The pass off of Riley Burke. She wasn't expecting it.
Well, Kyla Hart, again, kind of forced a tough angle right there. And a couple missed opportunities right there. I think Coach Snyder would like to take a little time off the clock. 2 quick turnovers.
There's East Mills with the ball. Dangerous pass inside to Hagan. She gets it back to Kraus. Skips it Palmer. Right elbow jumper. No good. Kraus gets the offensive board. She's double-teamed, nowhere to go, so she just puts it up and in off the backboard.
She found a seam in the gap.
And East Mills within 2, 41-39. Stanton breaks the pressure with 90 seconds left. Burke will back it out as the Vikings can run a little time. Hart, Franzine on the right side, has her pass knocked away. Ava Grindle gets the basketball. Now East Mills can shoot for the tie or the lead with 1:15 left in the fourth. Here's Grindle in the corner, takes a couple dribbles, had it poked away, back out to Palmer near half court. 20 on the shot clock. Kraus down the lane, Grindle, 12-foot jumper, no good. Offensive rebound.
Nice block by Johnson.
Vandenberg had a wide open putback. Here's Johnson or Olsen the other way. She misses the shot. Grindle gets the board. Here comes East Mills. 50 on the clock. East Mills down 2. And now Lexi Moreno will burn a timeout. 47 seconds left in this one. 41-39, Stanton leads it. We'll take a break on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Is at a premium these days, and it's difficult to find. There are opportunities for income-based housing available right now in Sidney, Tabor, Malvern, and Shenandoah. All utilities are included in your rent. There's no snow to scoop. You won't even have to change a light bulb. All you have to do is move in and live your best life. These vacancies won't last long, so contact Kim and Brooke today for an application and learn how you can qualify for income-based housing in Southwest Iowa. Call 866-228-6257 for information.
47 seconds left to play in this one. 41-39, Stanton leads it. East Mills will have the basketball out of the timeout. Brian, what are you looking for the Wolverines to draw up here?
If I'm Coach Marino, I want to make sure I have Trinity Williams and Ruby Hasty in the game because the 2 3-point shooters spread the floor a little bit. And that might also allow Caitlin Krause, who's been really quiet, maybe to get, if I'm so concerned about getting out to cover my shooters, Krause might be able to put it on the deck and attack the middle of the lane. Only one thing, too, East Mills with just one timeout, and they're a long way from getting into the bonus to get to free throws. So you're kind of putting your eggs in one basket right here. I think you need to get this. And you got plenty of time to be on this shot clock, though.
East Mills inbounds it. The Wolverines down by 2, going to their half-court set against a 3-2 zone of Stanton. Grindle, 3 for the lead, in and out, no good. Rebound into the hands of Lauren Johnson. East Mills needs to foul. Here's a pass forward. It's a loose ball in the backcourt. Burke gets it. 28. Coach Snyder needs to call a timeout, and it's a 10-second violation.
Well, that shouldn't have been because the ball had been released before. All it has to do is be out of your hands.
Dave Snyder is livid.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
And all it's got to do is leave your hands. It doesn't have to, be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in possession.
No, it doesn't. I think that's what he's talking about.
So East Mills gets the ball back with 20 on the game clock. Kraus down the lane, 8-foot jumper is good! Caitlin Kraus ties it up with 15 on the clock. And now Stanton East Mills gets called for a foul in the background. That's our backcourt. That's Vandenberg. Dave Snyder's going to call a timeout. 12.3 seconds left in the fourth. Tied at 41. We're going to keep it right here.
The ball's going to be on the sideline. Entered over by the East Mills bench, Ryan. Shot clock is off. You got 12 seconds left. Coach Snyder does have a couple timeouts, so if he gets in the spot he doesn't like, burn it. And, Wolverines can foul a couple times here, Ryan, and burn a few seconds off the clock. But if I'm Coach Snyder, I want either Johnson or Olsen getting the ball going to the rim, and I want the East Mills defender to have to make a decision. Do I let her go, or do I foul her? And the risk is the game tied. If you do get fouled and the shot doesn't go, all you need to do is make one free throw, right?
So it'll be 41-41. Stanton will have the basketball. The Vikings do have 3 timeouts left. East Mills with just 1.
I think, too, Coach Snyder's got to hang on the ball. Worst case scenario, if we don't get, we want to make sure we take the last shot. We go overtime. We get a new 4 minutes to start over, but you do not want to turn over in the backcourt, Ryan, which would be on the East Mills side.
So Stanton will inbound from three-quarter court right in front of the East Mills bench. Lexi Moreno's backing the pressure off a little bit. Stanton is going to stack it near the sideline. 12.3 on the clock. Stanton inbounds it to Riley Burke. They need to go. Burke dribbling in the backcourt. 6 to go, and now Dave Snyder is going to take another timeout. Stanton just ran about 7 seconds off the clock and never got past half court. And Brian, that was definitely not what Dave Snyder had
I don't think Burke was
up.
the girl they really wanted to have the ball right there. I would have liked to have maybe Lauren Johnson. She's a little bit more quicker off that dribble, and all she had to do was get by that defender, and then all of a sudden you got numbers. But good job by Coach Marino to kind of force them to burn up some time. Still 6 seconds, you can throw that ball down near the post area and see if get the ball to Johnson, or Hannah Olson, of course, is the girl you'd like to see if she can get her maybe going to the rim.
It does change a lot here, Brian, that the inbounds is now at half court versus three-quarter court, because now it's in range to throw the ball towards the hoop.
Yeah, you got to get this somewhere down the side. What I would do is probably see if I can bring a girl weak side, bring her to the corner, near side corner, and then have a girl come off and have Olson come meet the ball and get the ball in the post, and then put it on the onus of the defender and maybe the officials. If there's some contact and she gets the shot up, something's going to have to give.
So 41-all here in the fourth quarter. Stanton.
And I was surprised that maybe he wouldn't bring in Piper French, the freshman.
Stanton's going to inbound at half court. They've got Olson and Johnson both down on the blocks by the hoop.
Watch for a screen off screen.
Kyla Hart will inbound as the horn went off, the second horn of the timeout. 5.6 on the clock. Hart to trigger it in. She gets it to Burke in the backcourt. 4 on the clock. Burke will heave up a desperation shot. We're headed to overtime. That one way short. And we're going to play free basketball tonight in Stanton. 32 minutes wasn't enough. Let's play 4 more. Overtime starts next on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Ready to grow your future with a bank that truly cares? Welcome to Malvern Bank, where we're more than just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in success. Got a small business idea? Let us fuel your entrepreneurial spirit with our small business loans. We're dedicated to helping local businesses grow and thrive because we know that when our community prospers, we all do. So why wait? Visit us today and see how Malvern Bank can make a difference in your life. Together, let's grow our future. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Salvage in Bartlett is no stranger to the ups and downs of owning and operating a small business. But no matter how much changes on their end, there's one thing that will always stay the same for their customers. It's cash. Call for the best scrap metal prices in the area and go ahead and test their unloading times. Then, when all is said and done, that's right, leave with cash. J-Dog Salvage, Bartlett, Iowa, 402-290-3124. That's 402-290-3124.
We're ready to play free basketball in Stanton as the overtime is underway. East Mills wins the tip. 4 minutes to decide who moves on to a 1A regional semifinal. East Mills with the first possession. Caitlin Krause gets trapped in the lane, shovels it back out. Deep jumper from Ellie Hagan, and it splashes home.
She threw it up high, and it hit nothing but net. All that matters is it went in, and what a good start for the Wolverines
here. Her first 2 of the night, and East Mills in front, 43-41 to start the overtime period. Franzine with it at the right wing. Out front, Lauren Johnson. She'll drive down the right side. Now they'll get a post touch. Olson
nice
wide open for 2.
That was a much better pass and a good seal right there by Olson.
Tied up at 43, 3:10 left in overtime.
Now you put the ball in the hands of the girls that got you to this point, Ryan. You go with the girls.
Ava Grindle,
nice steal by Olson.
Pass as Hannah Olson steps in front of it. Olson will lead the charge the other way. All the way to the baseline, gets cut off, loses it out of bounds. It's East Mills basketball.
It was good defense right there by Grindle, I think, to just kind of follow her shot around there. She was trying to go back to her teammate Johnson.
2:55 left in overtime, and tied at 43.
We're not near the bonus, really, are we?
Just 2 fouls on either side. There's Grindle in the corner with it. She dribbled back out front, had it poked away. It'll stay with the Wolverines.
Interesting. I thought maybe Coach Moreno might bring in either Williams or Hasty to give that three-point shooter, but so far electing to go without those girls.
This is the
right
lineup
now.
She's rolled with most of the night, the confidence lineup. Here's Hagan. Another long 2. It's no good. Right into the hands of Grindle for 2.
Right place, right time by Ava Grindle.
Ava Grindle has 9, check that, and it's 45-43. Stanton with a turnover off the press.
Again, just a little uncertainty about what to do with the basketball, and you haven't been in a lot of these situations this year, Ryan, where you face a lot of pressure.
East Mills with the basketball and a 2-point lead. 2:25 left in overtime. Wolverines in the front court with it. Palmer out front. She had it stripped and stolen. Lauren Johnson got her hands on it. Johnson will lead the charge the other way. Backs it off. Back to Burke. She'll throw it back out front. Now Stanton will get into their half-court offense. Burke out front. Olson. Right side, Hart off a curl cut. Johnson, she gets fouled on post entry.
Nice to play. That time the contact. We saw some of those early in the game. They didn't call that, but
that's on J.C. Vandenberg, her third, team's third. And now Stanton inbounds from the baseline with 2:01 left in overtime. Riley Burke thought about shooting off the catch, instead pulled it down. Stanton will reset with a fresh shot clock. Burke, right wing, she's been quiet tonight. She is hounded by Ellie Hagan. Around the perimeter, pass down low is knocked away. It's a loose ball out of bounds. Whose is it? It's East Mills. That ball pinballed off a couple of players.
Yeah, and I thought maybe
and it was on
Olsen
the ground for a long time.
I thought Olsen thought it was off Wolverines. I don't think she went after it.
Stanton brings on some full court pressure. Kraus, stop. 8-foot jumper is no good, and the rebound to Kyla Hart. 1:35 left in overtime. Stanton down 2 with the basketball. Kyla Hart walks it across the timeline between the circles. Franzine at the left wing, top of the key, Olsen. Into the post, Johnson, and she's fouled on post entry. I think this is on Vandenberg, and that would be her fourth.
Team's fourth as well, so.
Coach Moreno's going to roll with Vandenberg out there with 4 fouls.
And during the overtime, each team gets a timeout added, so the Wolverines now with 2, the Stanton with 3.
Stanton inbounds. Here's a wide open 3. It's good.
Bank 3.
Franzine banks it home to put Stanton in front.
Wow, that might have been the shot of the night so far. Let's see how the Wolverines respond here.
Stanton in front, 46-45. 1:10 left in the overtime period. Good ball movement. Kraus. Contested jumper is good.
You're right, contested. She found a way to get that in the hoop, but they get the lead back.
Under a minute left. East Mills with the lead, 47-45. Stanton against full court pressure. Johnson gets it into the front court. She keeps going. Pass is knocked out of bounds off of East Mills. It stays with Stanton with 47 left on the clock, 24 on the shot clock.
Well, that time Johnson did a nice job of, beating the pressure down the sideline.
Stanton inbounds under the baseline. They get it to Burke in the corner. She'll dribble it back. Now reverses course. Goes to the baseline. Kick out in the corner with it is Olsen. Franzine at the right wing to Johnson. She's fouled on post entry. That'll be free throws.
Yep.
Caitlin Kraus picked up foul number 3.
And good job by Johnson, again, moving without the ball, Ryan. She came to meet the pass.
And now Lauren Johnson heads to the charity stripe where she is 1 of 5 tonight.
Now the seniors is where you want to be. First one's the big one. Get this game tied, then see if you can put your team in the lead.
Lauren Johnson in front of her home student section. First free throw is money.
Expect nothing left. The senior right there. Calm, cool, collected.
She's got 12. All of them have come after halftime.
This is the big one here. Give your team the lead here.
One more on the way for Lauren Johnson to give the Vikings the lead. The shot is no good, but an offensive rebound kept alive by Hannah Olsen.
And now you don't need to go. The shot clock is off.
What a 1 second difference. So Stanton can hold for essentially the last shot if they want to. East Mills tries to double team. Hannah Olsen was wide open, and now East Mills fouls. Loicy Palmer gets called for a foul, and that will put Hannah Olsen on the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a big offensive rebound right there by the Vikings. And
I don't know if East Mills thought they were down by a point. They started trapping and going after the ball. But that'll put Hannah Olsen on the line.
I think they did. I think they thought they were.
Her first free throw is good.
The only thing you might think about is you don't want them to have a shot. If you put them in the line, you could potentially put the ball in your hands. But now you could be down 2 here.
Second free throw from Olsen on the way. It is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Wolverines. See if Coach Moreno wants to hold. 15 on the clock. East Mills down by a point. Now Coach Moreno will use one of those timeouts. So 13 seconds left in overtime, and Brian, East Mills down by a point. What do you think the Wolverines are drawing up?
Well, I mean, Stanton's got a couple fouls to burn here too, Ryan. So as long as you foul on the floor, we saw how that kind of effectively worked at the end of regulation for the Wolverines. Kind of forced restarts. And really, I don't think anybody other than maybe, I think Kyla Hart might have 3 fouls. Or Franzen does, I think. She has 3 fouls. Other than that, everybody else is 2 and under.
Lauren Johnson has 3.
Okay.
Hart and Franzine have 2, and then Olsen and Burke with 1 each.
So then, Johnson's probably the one you don't want to pick up the 4th foul. But I would not be opposed to come out and force the ball away. Again, I thought maybe Coach Marino might bring in Williams or Hasty, one of them anyway, to bring that outside threat. But I'm going to look for maybe Ava Grindle on a little bit of curl. I'm going to see if I can bring her to the middle of the lane.
Brian, you mentioned that Stanton only has 2 team fouls, so if you get beat, you can afford to try to
foul
go after
on the floor, though.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is
shooter.
potentially put somebody at the line to beat you at the free throw line, because if you were up 3 or 2, but you're only up 1.
So Stanton will send their starting 5 outs.
And Coach Marino, she does have 1 timeout in her pocket. If you get in a spot, Ryan, you don't like what you see, you can get it.
So East Mills will inbound about halfway between half court and the free throw line. Loisy Palmer will trigger it in with 13 on the clock. They go right in. Top of the key, Vandenberg. Kraus, she'll drive right side. A blocking foul on Riley Burke. And, Brian, that's not a bad foul.
No.
Her second, team's third with 7 seconds left.
Now it's under the basket.
So now East Mills will inbound. Moreno does have a timeout left, but I think you want to save it in case you can't get it in. East Mills gets it into Grindle. It's poked away. Stanton gets the basketball. Riley Burke gets fouled with 4 seconds on the clock.
I'm not sure who got a hand on it. Maybe even Johnson or Burke. But if what, Riley Burke might get just a couple points, but they need the biggest one of the night here, Ryan, as she walks to the free throw line. And
Riley Burke heads the other way. She is the best free throw shooter for the Vikings at nearly 70% this season.
You got to make 1 or 2 here.
She will shoot 2 with 4 on the clock. First one is no good. She left it short.
And if you miss, it's not a bad look, because East Mills going to have to go length court, and Moreno's going to burn her last timeout.
So Lexi Moreno will take her last timeout with 4 seconds on the clock.
So
with 4 seconds, Brian, you probably got, 3 dribbles, maybe a fourth dribble before you need to hoist it.
She's out of timeout. So if Burke makes this, the ball's going to be inbounded underneath the basket. It means you got to go the length of the floor, 84 feet. Coach Snyder has 1 foul to burn with only 4 seconds to go, right?
Yes.
So if they get it inbounds, I'm going to foul and then burn up a couple clock. The other thing it also does, if I foul right away, Ryan, now it's a dead ball. I have to inbounds on a dead ball. If it's a make, then she can run the baseline to kind of free up some looks. If it's a miss shot, you're going to have to gather it if you're East Mills and try to find it. And all you got to do is make sure, if you're Stanton, is just not allow a long pass down the court. They get a good look. If it's going to be, maybe end up like the Madrid Orient Maxburg game where somebody throws up 1 from 3 quarters, right? And that's how.
Yeah, you'll have to live with that.
Madrid ended up beating the Orient Maxburg team the other night.
Well, one thing here with Riley Burke on the line, Stanton has their 2 best rebounders who can be in there battling for the ball.
Well, and you don't want to foul where you can get a dead ball, but
he's gonna. So Olsen's going to go down to the other end.
Well,
here.
I would stagger them. I would want somebody near half court to kind of get in the way of a long pass. Yep. I don't like putting 2 girls all the way back.
So Riley Burke with 1 free throw, a 1-point lead for Stanton with 4 on the clock. She makes it.
I want somebody on the ball right here for ball pressure.
Ava Grindle will inbound it. She'll go to Caitlin Kraus about 3/4 court. She gets to half court, throws it down, tipped away. The horn goes off, and Stanton survives and advances in postseason play. 49-47. Stanton wins it in overtime. They move on to a regional semifinal, and Brian, what a contest here tonight.
It was. A lot of grit and determination. Give Lexi Moreno, her staff, and her players so much credit. They battled. They forced Stanton to have to kind of get out of their comfort zone, and it just came down to a couple plays like we talked it might, and a couple deflections here and there, missed opportunities, and this might look different, but sometimes all you got to do, Ryan, is find a way to win. Postseason means just survive in advance, and that's probably it right there for Coach Snyder. What he's going to say, we survived, we get to advance.
Stanton wins at 49-47 in a Class 1A regional quarterfinal. They hold on. 21 points from Hannah Olsen tonight, as well as 12 rebounds. Lauren Johnson had 12 points, 9 boards, all of those in the second half. Kyla Franzine had 11 points in the victory tonight for Stanton as Coach Dave Snyder addresses the crowd in what will be his final home game as the head coach of the Stanton Vikings. We'll have a full recap of this one later on tonight. A video, pictures, everything that you can find at KMAland.com. Again, Stanton survives and wins it 49-47 in overtime over East Mills. You've been listening to High School Hoops on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.